guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to see you guys here again for another week. We will be ending, well, I will be ending the series about entrepreneurship this week, and I have 2 more videos that I would love to talk about entrepreneurship today, being the 10 reasons why businesses fail. But before we get started, I would love it if you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and the notification bell so you can always be alerted when I post new videos. So with that being said, I'll give you time. I can wait. Okay, waiting's done. So first, I would like to give you some statistics about businesses failing. So from research, 7 out of 10 businesses fail within the first 10 years, and 20% of small businesses fail within the first year. By the end of the second year, 30% of businesses will fail. And by the end of the 5th year, half of those businesses will fail. And by the end of the decade, only 30% of businesses will remain. That means that there is a 70% failure rate. That is very, very high. So about 12.5% of businesses fail in the first year due to lack of preparation. And starting a business, there's so much preparation that goes into it. And sometimes we don't take that into consideration when we're starting a business. We think we can just jump right in and it's going to be like straight there, but that's not the case. And that's why a lot of businesses have to close shop sooner than they thought. So our first reason why most businesses fail is failure to deliver real value. So when you're selling a product, some people, not all, they go into business thinking like, oh, this is a great product. I know people want it. I'm going to make money. And that's their first thought. But you should also be thinking about your customer and thinking about what they want and what value is the product going to be to them, because you want to put all the work into your product so that you're giving your customers everything that they deserve, what they've paid for. So you have to find a way to under promise and then over deliver. So like give them little snippets of what it would be, but then once they actually use the product or wear the product, they're like, oh my God, this is way more than what I thought it was going to be. And so you want to add as much to your business as your competitors, because if you are going against not going against, but if you're selling the same product as someone else, you want to make sure that you're giving your customers a little bit more to make them want to come to you, especially if the company that you're competing against have been around for like so long. They already have that relationship, and so you need to build that relationship. So you need to give something more. Like you need to give your customers a little bit more than what your competitor is doing. And you want to create that buzz. And so that's what giving something more will create, that buzz. Because if I use your product and I love it so much, especially if you undersold it, like you didn't like brag about it too much, like this is going to be the best that you've ever had, you say like, well, this would be something great to add to your closet or your let's say beauty product regimen or something like that. I think I said that right. So with that, like if I use your product, then I'm like, oh my God, this is so amazing. I'm going to tell my friends, I'm going to tell my family and tell them how great this product is so that they can go purchase it too. So that's where you create that buzz. So our second reason why businesses fail is failure to connect with their target audience. And people do this by like just putting stuff out and they're not really trying to figure out what their customer really needs. Like they're not doing the research, and so the customer feels like you are unaware, and so they don't want to purchase from you because they're like, well, they don't really know what I want. Like they haven't done the research. So make sure you like get your product out there to people that you know or even people that you don't know, and just say like, hey, can you try out my product? Let me know what I'm lacking, or am I hitting the mark of what my customer may need? The third reason why businesses fail is failure to optimize conversions. And I'm just going to give you the definition of what conversion rate is, because that's a very technical thing, and you may want to hire somebody to help you figure out the conversion rate optimization, because it is a marketing optimization process that follows a framework to increase the percentage of visitors who complete a website goal. It analyzes the behavior of visitors and focuses on what motivates a particular market segment to engage in a certain way with specific marketing elements. Like I said, very technical. You may need a marketer to really explain it to you, because I still haven't wrapped my head around it all the way. But I do know that it is important, because if you already have those that information, then you're able to approach your customer better, and you're able to sell your product easily. That's my dog in the background barking, if you heard that. Our number 4 reason of why businesses fail is failure to create an effective sales funnel. And that kind of goes hand in hand with the optimization. So if you have a marketer, they can help you create that sales funnel. And it kind of starts off as in, from my knowledge, as it starts what are the steps that I want my customer to take before they hit the purchase button. So it can be like, they see your video, you made a commercial or something for your product to let them get to know you. And so it can be like, you're kind of telling your story of how this product came about. And then after that, you show your website link or something. They're able to click on your website link. And then you're like, okay, they get on my website. Then they also see the items that I'm selling. So they scroll down, and then they finally hit a button to purchase. So it's kind of like, what steps do you want your audience to take before they hit the purchase button? Number 5 is lack of authenticity and transparency. I had to say that word very slowly. So you have to show that your customers are important to you. And then you also have to show them a side of you that you kind of keep hidden. And the whole point of that is people want to connect to people that they're buying from, especially if you're a small business. Like, they want to connect to you. So be transparent about the process of your business. If you want to show them things in the background of like how you package things, just be transparent about your business overall. As much as you can show them, it brings the customer in, and they start to appreciate you as a person and your company. Number 6, unable to compete against the market. Now, this is a huge one, and I will say I'm going to do another video, but being able to compete is so huge, because there's so many businesses that have been established for years now, and they have like huge marketing teams, they have everything, like, because they are making all the money. So like, you being a small business, that's harder for you, because you don't have all those funds unless you're taking out a huge loan or something. And so unable to compete, that's kind of not your fault. Like, you can try to pivot and figure out ways that you could compete against that company, like be creative. Good thing we have social media, so that helps out with that. Like, you can do reels, and you can have a TikTok, and you can have, like, you can always be on. And that's exhausting, but if you want your company to compete against big businesses, then you're going to have to put in like major work, because most businesses do close because they can't compete. Number 7, the inability to control expenses. And so that's more of like, slow down on where you should be spending your money is in your business, always. And make sure you have a budget for that. Like, make sure you're not just going out when you get a sale, you go out and buy yourself an outfit. Like, it doesn't work that way, because if you want to stay in the game, you have to have the funds. So you can't just be out spending money all willy-nilly. So number 8 is lack of strategic and effective leadership. So this one people don't really think about. Like, they think, okay, I'm going to tackle all of this on my own, but it's really good to have a mentor, somebody that you already know who's in business. Like, you can even message someone and be like, hey, can we have a chat once a month because you're a successful business and I'm trying to get myself there. So it would be great if I can chat with you, and then we can have that, you can have that dialogue with someone to help you when you're confused or when you just are lost and you don't know what's the right direction to go at that point in your business. Number 9 is failure to build an employee tribe. So if you do, well, most small businesses don't start off with employees, but if you are a small business and you have the funds to hire someone, make sure you take care of your employees, because just like you want to be treated well, your employees do too. And if you don't have any employees, when you do need the help and they leave, then you're alone. And also word spread. So we do have Google, we do have Yelp, and people give reviews these days because people are like, hey, this job was so crappy, I don't recommend it, don't work for them. So you don't want a bad reputation, so be nice to your employees. And our last reason why businesses fail is failure to create the proper business system. Get systems in place. And that's one of the things that I kind of talked about in my first segment, was about how, like, you need to figure out your entire costs, because those systems need to be in there too. And like, those systems could be your shipping system. Like, I use ShipStation, and that was one, but I pay for that monthly. If you have like an accountant, like, you need to know that, like, okay, this is the system I'm going to use to track all my expenses. So it's just like all those systems, like, you need those in place, because if you don't, it's going to be very stressful, and people break down when they're under stress, and businesses fail because you are stressed out and you don't have any organization. So be organized, and you will see success in your business. If everything else is going well, being organized is a huge must. So that's about it that I have for my 10 reasons why businesses fail. I hope you guys really like this segment. I know, like, it wasn't like the deepest dive into opening up your own business, but I did give you a few snippets, and if you wanted more information about certain things, please comment down below, and I would love to make another video. Also, let me know if you guys like this little business segment that I did. I will be posting more business ideas and business content going forward, and they'll be in my playlist of entrepreneurship, so you can always check that out. Thanks for coming to my channel, and I really hope you hit that like button, the subscribe button, and that notification bell so I can see you next time, because I like you. I guess that makes sense. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.